Just give me the cookie. Sorry, just zoned out there. Should probably edit that out of the video. Next question, please. True psycho. Marrying a girl from another country. Don't do it.
So since you all loved having Trent in one of my videos a few weeks ago, we decided to do another kind of like Q&A, but to spice it up this time we decided to get like a nice little treat. So we went to CRUMBL. So we're going to do a CRUMBL taste test first and then maybe answer some questions afterwards. But we are fighting against the sun. It's like 7:30 and the sun sets at 8:15. Of course, the one night you want to film, the kids don't go to bed on time. So we'll see how much of it we can get through before the lighting starts to get really bad. But these cookies are huge. We haven't gone to CRUMBL since we've been back, and honestly I won't lie, the lineup didn't excite me all that much, but we just thought we'd try it anyway. Do you have anything to say? Are you just here for a good time? No. So we got 4 cookies. We'll just start with the first one to say what it is. I'll just start with chocolate chip because you can't go wrong. So this is just a classic chocolate chip. We just break a bit off the end. Here. We already know what this tastes like, but it's been a long time.
It tastes like an average chocolate chip cookie.
Honestly, I agree. I feel like I can make a better one, but they are huge. Like, this is the size of my head. So that was chocolate chip. There was one we didn't get. So basically they have 4 cookies every week they rotate between. Then I think they always have chocolate and they always have sugar cookies. So we didn't get a sugar cookie, and we didn't get, it was called like a milk chocolate drink or something. It was just like chocolate cookie, chocolate whipped cream, chocolate frosting. I don't know. We didn't get that. Which one do you want to try next?
Any of them, whatever.
Okay, this is the one I did not want, but Trent wanted it. It's a banana bread cookie with cream cheese frosting and brown sugar streusel. I feel like there's barely any of this topping and barely any streusel.
So it's just banana.
So it's just banana bread, and I'm not really a lover of banana flavored things.
Or bananas.
And I don't love cream cheese frosting. What do you think?
Better than that chocolate chip one.
It's just fine.
I like it.
I feel like I need to try again. Okay, moving on. This was like a strawberry shortcake, maybe. All their cookies are really
heavy.
No, they're really soft, like too warm. Like the warm weather is making everything melt because like the frosting here is just like melted, and this cookie's about to fall apart. But it's a strawberry and vanilla cookie, strawberry cream cheese frosting, and white chocolate sprinkles. I don't love cream cheese frosting. Like, it's very warm. Like the weather's affecting
your mood.
Here. Okay.
Just give me the cookie.
No.
No. No.
The frosting tastes like yogurt, don't you think?
No. No.
I'm gonna try a bit of the cookie without the frosting.
Still gonna eat it though.
No.
Ugh.
The actual cookie's nice. I just don't like the frosting at all.
No.
And then last but not least, we got dirt cake, which is chocolate cookie, chocolate frosting, Oreo crumbles, and a gummy worm. I'll either love this or hate this. I love chocolate cake, but I don't typically love chocolate flavored things. But like I said, this is really soft. Like, too soft. Okay.
Uh-oh. It's falling.
That's what I'm saying, it's falling apart.
No. Not for me. The banana bread one was the best one.
Yeah, it actually...
Oh,
it's very chocolate.
I can't even finish that one.
And they're pop.
So, customer service, 6 out of 10. Cookies. We gave them like a 3 out of 10.
I was gonna say I'd give them like a 5 out of 10. I feel like you could make.
Yeah.
Did we say already that the price? It was $16, which is a bit outrageous.
Holy
They are.
hell! It was $16.
They're huge, but we didn't love this lineup. This is not. I would probably not have come and got these. Actually, I would not have come and got these if it wasn't for this video. So that I probably shouldn't have come and got these. But we'll take them home. And somebody at Trent's house will eat them. Yeah, Smith will eat them. I actually think if some of them were a bit colder, it'd make them better. Like, they're just too warm and soggy right now. So, as enjoyable as that was.
It was really enjoyable.
So, now we're going to answer some questions. We probably should have done that while we were eating the cookies, but we're not the best at multitaskers here, so we're not. Let's start with some of them. So I basically asked you to ask us questions on TikTok, either for me, for Trent, for the both of us, and I'm just going to answer them in no particular order. I'm going to answer this first one. This is one's for me, but I'll actually let Trent answer it. People want to know, how do I make money on social media? Do you know?
Jamaica through fake sounds, I think.
Yeah. So I don't make any money off YouTube as of yet, but once I do, I'm going to start doing like an in-depth video on that. So I just make all my money through TikTok. My main source of income is probably paid sounds, and then I do a little bit of user generated content, which is basically just like a company pays you to create content for them to post on their social media, which I actually really enjoy doing that because it means like you don't have to post it on your own social media. But I haven't done too much of that. And then also I make money through the Creator Fund. The Creator Fund is not great. It probably pays like £30 to £80 a month, nothing special. And then the only other way I make money would be through sponsorships. So basically a brand reaching out to me, wanting to work with me posting a video about their content. I mean, about like their product or whatever. So like I've done HelloFresh sponsorships. I've done like a Beanstalk sponsorship, trying to think what other ones. But those are very few and far between, and I don't honestly love doing them all that much. I feel like they come off as really inauthentic, even when they're not inauthentic. They're not my favorite thing to do.
Cool story, bro.
But I do post videos on TikTok about like how much I earn and all that. If you're interested, I can do an in-depth video of that on here as well. But let's ask Trent a question now. Oh, this one. Not a question, but I think Trent is so funny. I find it funny how many people loved having Trent in my last video, because I felt like the last video we did together was very bleh. As you can see here, but everyone really loved it, so we're back again. We'll see if people like this one. Okay, biggest regrets and benefits of moving out of the United States.
My biggest regret? My biggest regret, yeah.
Is moving out of the United States. And what's the biggest benefit of moving out of the United States?
The biggest
besides being by family, they said, which is hard because that's the biggest benefit for me. But I can think of another one, but I'll wait and let you go first.
Besides being by family, probably the biggest benefit is not drinking so much, eating so much unhealthy food.
That's not what I was thinking, but that's true. Honestly, you don't realize how disgusting American food is until you've like lived in it and then left and then come back, and now it's like everything like that CRUMBL. We used to love CRUMBL and we would smash that, and now it's like yeah, that's true, but now we've eaten like one bite and we're just like, oh, this is not good at all. Yeah, I was gonna say the biggest benefit is the cost of living.
The wages are way better too.
Yeah, I know, but when we were living in Utah, to get a house,
yeah, we should have bought a house there. My biggest regret in life.
Well, that's besides the point, but I'm saying we would never have been able to buy a house in Utah. We probably would have. I would have had to continue working full time, and Trent would have had to work full time, whereas in Northern Ireland we were able to afford a house, only Trent working full time and me working part time. I just don't think we would have ever been able to afford like as nice of a house in the current like housing market. So I do think that is a benefit of moving out of America, but that's just Utah specific. If we had lived in a different state, we would have been able to obviously buy a house. If we lived in like South Dakota, I don't know.
Sorry, just zoned out there.
Okay, what was the first thing you noticed about each other? I know my answer, but I'm not. Yeah, it was the first thing you did.
You're gonna say that I was short.
Yeah. So if you didn't know, Trent and I actually met on Tinder. So I couldn't obviously tell from his pictures. I did think from his pictures he did look a wee bit short, but I wasn't for sure how short. And so he picked me up, and he basically picked me up. He was in the car, he drove up, picked me up. So I got into the car. So I didn't fully know then he was that short either. But then when we got to the restaurant and he got out and he opened my door, and I was like, oh gee, he's really short. And he used to wear Air Jordans, which, if you know what those are, like the high tops. And I think they make short people look even shorter.
I love
like
my Air Jordans.
I know, but they make people with short legs, they make their legs look even shorter. So he just was very, very short compared to other Americans. And what was the first thing you noticed about me?
Noticed?
Yeah.
Probably your accent. I don't know. What would you say? I don't know.
I don't remember anything just besides how short you were. That's literally all I remember from our first date.
Your crooked teeth.
Trent! That's awful. Okay. And everyone gives me a hard time for being rude to him in TikTok, so you heard it here first, guys. Okay, so let's see. Is your husband genuinely unhappy living in Ireland? How will that work in the long run? Divorce, that's how it'll work in the long run. Are you genuinely unhappy living in Ireland?
Not unhappy. No, I wouldn't say I'm unhappy. But I don't know. That's a hard question.
Trent is a man of little words.
I'm not unhappy.
And I normally do a lot of the talking
just like
for him.
When you lived in here.
The problem is when you're from a different country and you live in a different country, I feel like it's very hard to be fully content no matter where you live. Because I even find in Northern Ireland, I don't feel 100% content, and I didn't feel 100% content in America, because you know what's missing. Both countries have flaws and both countries have things that are better, and so I feel like it is hard to be genuinely content in either place. But where was I going with that?
But don't forget to like and subscribe.
But seriously, 60% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed. If that's you, make sure you're subscribed. But yeah, I don't think you're unhappy. You're just like not fully settled. And I don't know how that will work in the long run. We will take it as it comes. Trent is a very much, I know this is what I was going to say. Trent comes from a family of people of glass half empty. So they like to look at, that is true. They like to look more so at the negative and not focus on the positive, which in turn makes things seem worse than they are. So we'll see how the next few years go. So do you guys hang out with friends in Ireland?
No.
No, we don't really have very many friends, do we? I have like I have a friend, but she doesn't have like a partner or anything. And yeah, but we don't really hang out with friends in America. We had one couple friend and that was it. We didn't have any other friends. And not like we hung out with them all that often either.
We did.
So we don't really have friends in general. Maybe that says a lot about us.
Probably edit that out of the video.
What? Put that out of the video.
We don't have friends.
Why? It's true.
Hmm?
It's true. Name our friends.
Tyler and Olivia.
Okay.
Family.
Yeah, besides family. I feel like a lot of people our age.
I have friends, I just don't know.
You don't hang out with them.
Well, I have kids too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of people on our stage of life don't typically hang out with a lot of people. I don't really know what time you have. Unless they have kids as well, then you hang out with them. Like my friend, she has a son like a year younger than Smith, so we hang out a lot. But that's because we're in like the similar stage of life. But a lot of people in Northern Ireland, our age, do not have kids, so that makes it harder.
Next question, please.
Okay, this one's for me, I guess.
Burning up in the air. You turn off the air.
I turn off the air conditioning and it is very hot today. So, How do you manage to stay so on top of food shops and household tasks? Well, this question sure as hell ain't for Trent anyway. Do you think it's easier because you don't work much? I know you take care of your granny TikTok, but you've the freedom to stay home a lot. So how do I manage to stay on top of food shops? I don't think that has made a difference, me working from home and me having a full-time job. I just genuinely loved like food, groceries, meal planning. As Trent will know, I literally just talk about what we're having for dinner next.
She's psycho.
Yeah, I love food. So that to me, I just keep, the reason I manage it is because I genuinely have a passion for it. In terms of household tasks, that's probably easier now that I don't work full-time, but I also think we've both become more clean since buying our own home, don't you think?
Well,
like our house is a lot cleaner and more organized than it was when we lived in like our tiny little apartment.
it helps when you buy a tiny home.
Yeah, that's true, our house is kind of small, but I just think we care more now, and with kids you just have to keep on top of it, because see if you even just like miss one day of cleaning, it just sets you back so much. So it probably is easier now that I'm working from home, but it's also easier just because we care more maybe than we would have a few years ago. Okay, people want to know our biggest red flags in girls and guys.
I don't have any red flags.
And people wanted you in a TikTok, in the YouTube
A
video.
red flag?
Yeah, like what's one thing if like you were dating someone that you would just be like, nah.
If they were just a partier.
A partier.
I don't know. I don't really think about red flags anymore because I'm married, so it's not something
Yeah, but
I think
like,
about.
what would have been a red flag when you were dating? Like, what would have turned you off
Marrying
somebody?
a girl from another country. Don't do it.
But like when you were dating in college, like what made you not date with someone? The problem is, I think Trent would have just married anybody because he's just that kind of person. So probably they had more red flags about you than you did about them.
Speak for yourself. Speaking about yourself.
My red flag would be a mummy's boy, someone with a crazy mother. That's always a red flag, let me tell you that. That is a red flag. And I think that's the biggest red flag. And someone who's very like lazy. I don't mean like lazy because you're kind of lazy, but I mean just like someone who doesn't, you're lazy around the house, but like someone who's not like a hard worker. I feel like that would be a red flag for me. Okay. So last question, because it's literally a sweat box in here. Where'd it go? Like it's got to be, it's like 23 or 4 degrees Celsius. They want to know, where do you want to be in 5 years?
Where do I want to be? I want to be in America. No.
Where do you want to be?
Know. I want to be happy.
Okay.
Content. I don't know. I want to be free.
To do what I want to do.
I want to be free.
I want to be mortgage free in 5 years. I want to be done having kids. Well, debt free is mortgage. Yeah, debt free, I guess. I want to be done having kids. And I want to be, I don't know, I'd still like to be on social media, but who the hell knows in 5 years if I'd be doing that. I don't know. I would just like to be debt free. That's a big one. And be done having kids and done in that like baby stage of life. I hear your 30s are the best time of your life. So in 5 years I'll be 32 and Trent will be 35.
Yay.
Any closing thoughts, remarks?
Just edited all the bad parts out of this video, please. And I'm just glad that the air conditioning can be turned on soon. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Jessica's video because she puts a lot of work into it, I think. I'm not really sure what she says she does, so and apparently I'm lazy after what you said in this video.
And don't waste the $16 on CRUMBL. You're better just finding a copycat recipe online. It's probably just as good, if not better. But yeah, I think that's all the questions I had screenshotted from like a week ago when I asked people to send questions in. If you have other video ideas that you would like to see Trent in,
please don't.
Then leave those down below. I don't necessarily mind Trent being in them, but I also am happy to do them myself.
Yeah.
I do have one other video idea before we leave America with Trent in it. That will probably be up next week, maybe. There's not too many more videos left. You're only in the States for like another 8 or 9 days. Not that I'm counting or anything. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed, you should be subscribed. I plan to upload every Sundays and Wednesdays, so you can expect videos from me those days, and we will see you next time. Bye! We forgot to do like a thumbnail. And we should have done it before we ate the cookies.
Whatever, just put the whole box.
You gotta get more centralized. Can you come in?
Can you edit all that out, please?
Can you be more central?
You were very rude in it. And you said Trent's not very hardworking.
No, I didn't.
Around the house.
No, I said you're lazy.
You said I was lazy.
That's true. I do 90%. Do you know this is all a video? This is going to be part of the bloopers. Okay, make sure your head's halfway in.
You better not.
This is easy.
Now I can't get the damn car to start.
Oh, turn the air conditioning on.